These are the 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time observations for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas on Sunday, May 18th. At San Francisco Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 58, dew point 49, relative humidity 72%, northeast wind at 5 miles an hour, pressure 30.06 inches and steady. At Oakland Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 58, dew point 50, relative humidity 75%, variable wind at 3 miles an hour, pressure 30.07 inches and steady. At San Jose Airport, it was sunny, temperature 58, dew point 46, relative humidity 64%, south wind at 3 miles an hour, pressure 30.06 inches and steady. At Santa Rosa, it was sunny, temperature 63, north wind at 12, pressure 30.06 and rising. At Concord, it was sunny, temperature 63, west wind at 7. At Livermore, it was sunny, temperature 57, calm. At Monterey, it was sunny, temperature 55, variable wind at 7, pressure 30.08 and rising. At Salinas, it was sunny, temperature 57, dew point 48, relative humidity 72%, northwest wind at 5. Here are some observations around California and western Nevada. At Truckee, fog was reported with a temperature of 36. It was sunny with a temperature of 66 at Sacramento, 45 at South Lake Tahoe, and 50 at Blue Canyon. It was mostly sunny with a temperature of 63 at Los Angeles and 50 at Reno. At San Diego, it was partly sunny with a temperature of 64. Local temperature reports around San Francisco Bay for 9 a.m. Downtown San Francisco was 56 degrees. Oakland Museum was 60 degrees. Redwood City was 55 degrees. The area forecast for the South Bay, including the San Jose metro area and the Santa Clara Valley. For today, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the 70s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. For tonight, clear. Lows near 50. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Monday, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s by the bay, lower to mid-80s inland. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. For Monday night, clear. Lows near 50. Northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming west 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. For Tuesday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the mid-70s by the bay, upper 70s to mid-80s inland. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Tuesday night, clear. Lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. For Wednesday, sunny. Highs from the upper 70s to lower 90s. Wednesday night through Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. Highs from the mid-70s to upper 80s. Friday through Saturday, mostly clear. Highs from the 70s to lower 80s. Lows near 50. High temperatures today and lows tonight for the selected cities: San Jose, 74 and 52, Mountain View, 71 and 53, Morgan Hill, 77 and 50. The area forecast for the Monterey Bay and Salinas Valley. For today, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the mid-60s at the coast to the mid-70s inland. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. For tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming south 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. And on Monday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the upper 60s at the coast of the mid-80s inland. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For Monday night, mostly clear. Lows around 50. West wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. For Tuesday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the mid-60s at the coast, at the mid-80s inland. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Tuesday night, clear. Lows near 50. Wednesday through Thursday night, mostly clear. High 70s and 80s. Lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. Friday through Saturday, mostly clear. Highs from the upper 60s to lower 80s. Lows around 50. High temperatures today and lows tonight for the selected cities: Santa Cruz, 74 and 48, Monterey, 64 and 50, Salinas, 66 and 48, Hollister, 74 and 47, King City, 76 and 50. The travel forecast for the Lake Tahoe area, including the Interstate 80 and Highway 50 corridor. For today, mostly sunny. Highs from the 50s to lower 60s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the 30s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northeast after midnight. And on Monday, sunny. Highs from the 50s to upper 60s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Monday night, clear. Lows from the mid-30s to lower 40s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Tuesday, sunny. Highs from the 60s to lower 70s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Tuesday night, clear. Lows from the upper 30s to mid-40s. Wednesday and Wednesday night, clear. Highs from the lower 60s to mid-70s, lows in the 40s Thursday through Friday night, mostly clear. Highs from the lower 60s to mid-70s, lows from the upper 30s to mid-40s Saturday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs from the mid-60s to upper 70s for the latest road conditions around the state of California. Call Caltrans at 1-800-427-7623. The weather overview for northern and central California for the period Wednesday through Sunday. Another gusty day today with northwest winds 30 to 40 miles per hour. Elevated fire weather concerns for far interior areas late tonight and early Monday with a brief burst of offshore winds. Winds begin to diminish Monday evening with a warm and dry trend through the rest of the week. The extended forecast for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas Wednesday and Wednesday night, mostly clear. High 60 to 90. Lows 50 to 60. Thursday and Thursday night, mostly clear. High 60 to 90. Lows 45 to 60. Friday and Friday night, mostly clear. High 60 to 85. Lows 45 to 55. Saturday and Saturday night, mostly clear. High 60 to 85. Lows 45 to 55. Sunday and Sunday night, mostly clear. High 60 to 90. Lows 45 to 55. Sunrise, sunset, and tidal information for the San Francisco Bay area for Sunday, May 18th. The sunrise today, 5:58 a.m. The sunset tonight, 8:14 p.m. Tidal data at the Golden Gate for today. High tide, 3:00 a.m. at 5.12 feet. Low tide, 10:14 a.m. at -0.48 feet. High tide, 06:08 p.m. at 4.30 feet. Low tide, 10:33 p.m. at 3.31 feet. Here are the buoy observations for 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At Buoy 14 near Point Arena, winds northwest at 21 knots, gusting to 27, water temperature 50, pressure 1,021.1 millibars. At Buoy 13 near Bodega Bay, winds northwest at 25 knots, gusting to 35, pressure 1,017.7 millibars. At Point Reyes Wave Rider Buoy, water temperature 49, sea is 12 feet every 8 seconds. At San Francisco Bar Buoy, water temperature 54, sea 7 feet every 9 seconds. At Lovers Point Wave Rider Buoy in Monterey Bay, water temperature 56, seas 5 feet every 9 seconds. At Pointer, Wave Rider Buoy, water temperature 56, seas 10 feet every 10 seconds. At Cape San Martin Buoy, winds north at 70 knots, gusting to 23, pressure 1,016.4 millibars. Here are the coastal observations for 9 a.m. Wind speed is in knots. The wind at Monterey Beach was northwest at 8 with gusts to 10. Synopsis for the Central California coast and bays, including the Monterey Bay, Greater Farallones, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries. Near gale northerly breezes with severe gale are expected, with storm force gusts expected for the northern waters later this afternoon. Hazardous marine conditions will persist Monday through Thursday with strong northerly breezes with near gale force gusts and rough to very rough seas. The marine forecast for San Pablo Bay, Suisun Bay, the West Delta, and the San Francisco Bay north of the Bay Bridge. Small craft advisory in effect from 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this afternoon through this evening. Small craft advisory in effect from Monday afternoon through Monday evening. Rest of today, west wind 5 to 10 knots, rising to 10 to 15 knots this afternoon. Waves around 2 feet or less. For tonight, northwest wind 10 to 15 knots. Waves around 2 feet or less. For Monday, northwest wind 5 to 10 knots, rising to 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon. Waves around 2 feet or less. For Monday night, west wind 15 to 20 knots, easing to 10 to 15 knots after midnight. Waves around 2 feet or less. The marine forecast for Monterey Bay. Small craft advisory in effect through this evening. Small craft advisory in effect from Monday morning through Monday evening. Rest of today, northwest wind around 5 knots, backing to west 10 to 15 knots late this morning, then becoming northwest 20 to 25 knots with gusts up to 35 knots this afternoon. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Wave detail, northwest 6 feet at 11 seconds and southwest 2 feet at 14 seconds. For tonight, northwest wind 20 to 25 knots, becoming north 10 to 15 knots after midnight. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Wave detail, northwest 7 feet at 10 seconds. For Monday, northwest wind 5 to 10 knots, rising to 15 to 20 knots in the afternoon. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Wave detail, northwest 5 feet at 11 seconds. For Monday night, northwest wind 15 to 20 knots, easing to 10 to 15 knots after midnight. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Wave detail, northwest 5 feet at 9 seconds. The coastal waters forecast from Pigeon Point to Point Pinos out to 10 nautical miles. Small craft advisory in effect until 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this afternoon. Gale warning in effect from 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this afternoon through Monday evening. Rest of today, northwest wind 15 to 20 knots, rising to 20 to 25 knots with gusts up to 35 knots this afternoon. Seas 7 to 9 feet. Wave detail, northwest 9 feet at 11 seconds and south 2 feet at 15 seconds. For tonight, northwest wind 20 to 25 knots. Gusts up to 35 knots in the evening. Seas 8 to 11 feet. Wave detail, northwest 10 feet at 10 seconds. For Monday, northwest wind 15 to 20 knots, rising to 20 to 25 knots with gusts up to 35 knots in the afternoon. Seas 6 to 9 feet. Wave detail, northwest 9 feet at 11 seconds. For Monday night, northwest wind 20 to 25 knots, easing to 15 to 20 knots after midnight. Seas 6 to 9 feet. Wave detail, northwest 8 feet at 9 seconds. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, station KEC49, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz from atop McQueen's Ridge. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the South Bay and Monterey Bay Area, including the cities of San Jose, Monterey, Salinas, and Santa Cruz. San Francisco bar forecast. In the deep water channel, mixed seas of 4 to 5 feet at 12 seconds. Across the bar, mixed seas 5 to 6 feet at 12 seconds. Maximum ebb current of 0.8 knots at 10:33 p.m. Sunday and 2.4 knots at 9:10 a.m. Monday. The area forecast for the Peninsula, North Bay, and East Bay. For today, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the lower 60s at the coast to the upper 70s inland. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. For tonight, clear. Lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. Northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. And on Monday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the upper 60s at the coast to the mid-80s inland. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. For Monday night, clear. Lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. West winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Tuesday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the mid-60s at the coast to the mid-80s inland. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Tuesday night, clear. Lows from the 40s to mid-50s. For Wednesday, sunny. Highs from the upper 60s to mid-80s. Wednesday night through Saturday, mostly clear. Lows from the mid-40s to upper 50s. Highs from the mid-60s to lower 80s. High temperatures today and lows tonight for the selected cities: San Francisco, 67 and 52, San Francisco Airport, 67 and 52, Redwood City, 73 and 52, Oakland, 73 and 54, Fremont, 73 and 51, Concord, 80 and 55, Livermore, 77 and 51, San Rafael, 73 and 54, Santa Rosa, 79 and 52, Napa, 78 and 55, Fairfield, 81 and 59.